Hi and welcome to this auto-emotional presentation for a beautiful BMW 320 convertible presented on a very late J-Reg. The registration, which is a private plate, may be coming with the vehicle. You will be informed of this at the appropriate time. As you can see, presented on a royal blue metallic. The car really does look the part, and these E30s are a much appreciating classic, to say the least. A very wise investment to see some funds raised in the bank account, or alternatively to be used as a daily driver. These cars have just got absolutely bulletproof build quality on them, and this particular one is no exception. It has just one owner and is coming with a host of original goodies, including the original BMW cross-spoke alloy wheels. These cars are much favoured by the boy racers, and in all honesty, this is probably one of the cars that can actually take a good thrashing and still drive you home docile without overheating or falling apart. But this particular vehicle has been cared for. The car has been in storage for quite some time, so one or two very small issues do need to be addressed, although it is coming with a good MOT. One or two of the lenses may need to be changed, in particular the driver's beam, but of course parts from breakers for these cars from as little as £20. The roof, which will be valeted prior to collection, is a tad stiff, but all the mechanics seem to operate fully and is mainly watertight and leak free. As you can see, the grey leather interior on the vehicle really does set the car off, complemented of course by the colour-coded grey carpeting, and the seats themselves are actually in very good condition. Slight wear on the driver's bolster, as you would expect of a car of this age, but nevertheless a very minor glitch on what is otherwise a very well kept interior. As mentioned previously, the roof is in very good order. Will need a valet, which will be done for this new owner, and does operate but just a tad sticky, so we don't want to force anything on this appraisal, which does need to be beared in mind by anyone looking to put a bid in. The boot area in very good order, showing that it's always been taken care of quite well. The original jack there tucked up in the corner, cover, and a very good test is the toolbox, near full original BMW warning triangle, and the grey card that it sits in, the toolkit, and as you can see, when anything was needed, straight off to Halford's, no aftermarket parts shop. The vehicle then really does lend itself to great motoring, a car that you can get in, turn the key, and rest assured, regardless of weather or conditions and how long it's been sitting around, it will start. And not only that, drive exceptionally well. The 312 engine, very strong and punchy, yet giving really good fuel economy for a car that gives such a spirited ride. Sitting very well, all the suspension and brakes in good order. The car has currently actually had some service work done on it. The engine check light does need to be reset, but this is consummate with works being carried out on the car and nothing untoward. Any test drives are absolutely welcomed on this car. It's a honest vehicle looking for a new home and a very lucky new owner. The car then even has the original 𝗔𝗨𝗧𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗡 key tag and the little key which is used to turn the siren on the alarm on and off. Again, you've got the high rake adjustment and even the sport lumbar support on the front there, which can all be adjusted. All the door cards in very good condition, not falling off, and as mentioned previously, slight wear on the driver's bolster, but otherwise a very good quality grey leather interior, complete with no trim broken, cracked or missing, to be honest. And getting into the vehicle and closing the door, you know from that reassuring clunk that you're in a quality German mark. They seem to have a monopoly on the resonance that is set out by closing doors, bonnets and boots. The car then, as you will see, all the warning lights do come on, and she starts absolutely on the button. The check light, as mentioned, is on, purely because the car has been sitting but has had some service work carried out and will need to be reset. But again, absolutely any test drives are more than welcome on this vehicle, just to prove that she is just an honest, reliable car. You've of course got the headlights and fog light illumination switches there, electric wing mirrors, that being the drivers and that being the passengers. Of course, all the electric glass also operates on the car absolutely fully, drops down very, very quickly. No tired motors as you do tend to get in these E30s. This really is a very nice vehicle, and driving it is just so easy, being a much sought after automatic model with not only the original BMW 3-spoke power steering, which makes maneuvering the car and driving in traffic absolutely no problem. Does have a Pioneer system which has a cassette player and source as well. The heating and cooling controls, as you can hear, blowing loud and strong and obviously directional to wherever you want the air. Just the German build quality on the car really is absolutely brilliant. Showing just 123,000 miles, which is fantastic for a car of this age, true and honest. The stereo there, the display doesn't function correctly, but it is actually playing the tunes, as you could hear in the background there. Switching to radio. It's always a bit of a gamble when you're doing these appraisals and you switch the radio on, but I think none more so a more appropriate tune than Come On Down and Rescue Me, because this car is just dying for its new keeper to put her back to her former glory and absolutely get her on the roads, drop that roof in time for the summertime sun. The 4-speed box giving you great fuel efficiency as well as power and torque on this car. Also, you've got the gearbox, which you can switch down through as well, and again the contoured sports seats with their lumbar support, height and rake adjustments, headrest, complete grey leather interior running throughout, of course, to the rear, and really in very good condition. Just aware of the driver's bolster, which can be addressed for as little as £30 nowadays. That stereo face-off, which does work, this display is slightly faulty. Low mileage for this car. Check light will need to be reset, but apart from that, the car is in very, very good condition, to say the least. Really does start, stop and go absolutely on the button. It's probably the third time that I'm saying this, but it needs to be said, absolutely any test drives are more than welcome on this vehicle. We really are aware of how popular these E30 shapes are, and the styling on it, as you can see when the glass is down, really does make for a fantastic silhouette and totally in its eyes in the deep royal blue metallic. The car is always turning heads with not only E30 fans but BMW fans alike, and still carries that prestige Bavarian Motorsports Motorworks badge. That is of course BMW. With just one owner and needing just a tiny bit of fettling, perhaps a lens change, the engine check light reset. Nothing else needs to be done to the engine. It has been serviced and is starting absolutely on the button, and that roof does operate, is watertight, will be valeted, but literally just needs use. The original BMW wheels, and coming with MOT of course. All the test drives and inspections that we envisage will be quite thick and fast coming on this vehicle. Of course, we'll be entertained with absolutely no hesitation. The paperwork and MOT will of course be detailed as usual on Auto Emotional, which is where you'll be able to contact us for any queries. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this presentation for this beautiful BMW 320 on an E30 shape, convertible, automatic with one owner.